The piece that I want to show you guys today is what I've been calling the gateway piece. As you know, the channel's named Faces in the Stone. I started artifact collecting at a construction site and on some private land where I had permission recently here in North Carolina. And I ran into seeing faces in rocks. When I first discovered this, it was quite a surprise, and of course a lot of my friends and my family doubted me. It was a rough couple of weeks, to say the least, trying to convince people. Luckily I found this piece, which has this photorealistic picture on the front of it with an arrow pointing at it. This piece is the piece that kept a lot of my family and friends thinking that I was crazy. And I think it's the piece that a lot of us need here in the 21st century in order to get our mindset in the right space, to understand that the ancient people knew a whole lot about nature, and there's a lot of mystery still out there that we don't know. I'm not going to say a narrative about this piece. I'm not going to say a narrative about the people because I don't know. But I think that this stuff, after we see this photorealistic picture with the arrow on it, I'm hoping that it'll start to get studied, start to get acknowledged by our United States archaeology teams, including our state governments and other places that take our tax money to research things. This stone, I was calling it first, one of the first photo albums. And I'm still going to hold on to that. I think that it is. These face stones that are found in, from what I understand, southeastern United States, Georgia, Alabama, South and North Carolina. These are depictions of human beings, perhaps of people, perhaps of gods. As I've said, I don't know that much about it. So what I'm just going to do today is just show you around this stone and show you a little bit about what I've learned about it just by looking at it briefly. So these face stones are to be viewed from the side and at an angle, as if you're looking over the shoulder. Some of them are right side profiles, some of them are left side profiles. This one that I was just showing you is a right side profile. We're going to start by looking at the whole stone at first. The whole stone has hair that comes back to the back. There's a braid right there, and the face is all on this side. Kind of cut off right there. You can see an eye inside there. And if you look at it from the side, it starts to resemble a woman's face. Not necessarily the face is woman-like, but the hair is, right? Then you got the braid of hair back there, and it's all bunched back. So I've got a little stick here. Instead of using my finger, I'll point at things with this little stick. So we have an eye right there, a nose, and a mouth. This, of course, is the braid of the hair. The hairline is right here, and the hair comes all the way up. Let's go back to the front here. This fella is very definitive. You see his chiseled out arrow inside there. And he is also best looked at from the side profile here. And of course, as I'm sure you can see, this the eye, the nose, and the lips there. Now, if we expand on this just a little bit and say this face is just a little bit bigger, we can say that this might be looking like hair, brown hair coming up at the top there. So we see the face, and then we see the whole hair coming around, the brown hair. Now these are multifaceted art pieces, which means that they have many different pictures in one. And so they are to be turned upside down around, all different ways. So if we look at it this side, we see that maybe this is now the mouth and the nose is here. There might be an eye in here. And then there's a hand, as if he's raising his arm. There's a white spot there. And we're looking at the color mostly here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out of the screen just a little bit, and we're just gonna look at the top. Now we see that there's an eye here, a nose and a mouth, and he's wearing a headdress. There are so many images on this stone, and honestly, I am not really qualified to explain them all to you. This is a very complicated stone, and so you guys are going to see some things that, of course, I'm not. We're going to look at the whole stone from a left side profile. I'm doing this with you guys. I haven't looked at this before, and so, I mean, you guys know what a face looks like. I'm not going to have to describe it to you every single time, I don't think. So you guys can tell. I'm a little bit nervous about making this video, to be honest. Now, of course, there's profile pictures on every single one of these edges. Of course, they're all the same. You kind of look at them from the side. So you can see this whole section here will resemble a profile or a portrait of a person. The lighting isn't exactly correct for this. There should be some shadows, some more light. And when you get the stone wet, which I'm going to do for you right now, you'll see a dramatic change. There's a whole lot to this. We'll go over it more as I learn more. But right now, I think that just showing you guys this, trying to be as honest with you as I can about it, and just letting everyone know that ancient people indeed did carve on stones and, of course, create pictures of people on them as well. They gave character to these stones. I don't really like calling them rocks, but they are definitely pieces of art. I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.